Interviewer and our panelists for the first fireside chat of the day, Nadiem Makarim from Gojek.
I'm excited too. Welcome back, Nadiem.
Thank you, thank you. How are you guys?
How many people took Gojek to come here today? How many people thanked God they could take Gojek to come here today? Precisely, yes, yes. In our team too, we had a lot of folks saying, I cannot get to the venue, must use Gojek. Concrete goal for you as you were building Gojek?
Absolutely not. I don't think, we don't see Gojek as having particular milestones, right? We just constantly want to saturate however many efficiencies we can create for our users. That's it. So if we happen to hit a unicorn status because of that, it's a great thing. I think we celebrated it as both a team and a country, but it was never the goal.
Right.
The goal was just to fix stuff for people. Yeah.
So,
to constantly learn something new all the time. It's the guys that say that I'm an expert, you listen to me. Those are the guys we never hire. We don't care. You're 20 years somewhere here, 10 years in a top multi-decacorn company. We don't give a damn.
Yeah.
What we do give a damn are the people who come in there in the interview and ask questions after questions after questions. And the structure by which they ask the questions highlights the structure with how they think. And it shows the curiosity by which they will then excel. There's a few things in Gojek engineering culture that's super specific. This is the reason why we only recruit 5% of the people who apply. It's the concept of acquired leadership. Again, we come in, if you're a 10-year guy coming from a top, yeah, sure, we'll make you an offer that's high compensation, right? Nice options pool. However, once you come in, you're in for a culture shock, always. We put them through orientation boot camp.
Okay.
So you imagine this like 10, 15-year-old experienced guy who was probably a CTO or potentially the CEO of whatever startup, he has to do 101 boot camp in Gojek engineering. Not only that, that's a slap in the face for most people.
What's the boot camp?
Boot camp is like basics. Here are the standards of our engineering standards and codes. This is how you communicate with people. Same, with like a 22-year-old next to him.
Yeah. Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Immediate slap in the face for most people.
Yeah.
Some people leave after that. They're like, screw you. Like, what is this? I am the boss. We don't care. So that's the first thing. The second thing is acquired leadership. We have 24-year-olds in the engineering department that have risen to the status of like VPs of engineering. And it's not because of their role or position or salary. It's because they have risen organically by having people accept their leadership. So anyone that comes into Gojek has to acquire and earn their leadership by talking to people, helping people out, and then you rise. So it's a very flat org kind of mindset, but it's very tricky for seniors. Seniors always initially stumble and then they learn and they're like, oh wow, this is why things work, and then they love it.
So you actually point out a really interesting aspect of how do you identify and cultivate leadership. And so you're saying this example of like the 24-year-old who's maybe leading as a VP of engineering. What are the qualities that you're looking for from leaders in your company?
There's many qualities. I think the first one I've already mentioned.
Yeah.
The first one is intellectual curiosity. You have to be hungry for knowledge, for learning. There's no point, you're not, in Gojek, you are not as valuable to the company unless you are an autonomous problem solver, which means you need to creatively problem solve on your own. If you're just a great executor, that's not what we're looking for in leadership.
Yeah.
You need to be able to do both. So the first thing is intellectual curiosity. The second thing is security. Security. You look at everyone here in the company, you notice people who you don't get along with in the office and no one can seem to work with, or it seems to be so hard, etc. Almost 90% of the time, in my experience, it boils down to insecurity. Insecurity. So if you're not secure, then your ego gets in the way every time you get criticism. If you're insecure, you will basically be worried about people taking work away from you and trying to maintain your own power and authority. So security, fundamental emotional security, and this has nothing to do with professional really. This is how you're brought up as a kid, growing up, how your parents brought you up. Being secure with who you are is extremely important.
Yeah.
The ambitious is different. You can be a secure, ambitious person. Let me just say that, but security is very important. You have to at some point say no to Nadiem. If you can do that, then okay, you're good. That means you can say no to everyone.
Yeah.
Right? So I always wait for the time when a VP or a senior manager says no to me. And I think that's a very important thing because it means that they can say no to any leader in the organization. So that's important. I would say the last one is the ability to get along with people. I mean, it's such an important thing. You just have to be kind of a people person to get along because Gojek, the leadership team in Gojek, we hang out together all the time socially after work. You know, we're friends. So it's very important not to just see it as a job, but hey, we're a bunch of guys and girls that want to do some crazy things and we all kind of get along with each other in outside of the professional realm as well, because the work is hard enough, David. The work is